Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The NBA has been crazy. Players ask for trades in surprising ways. Other players are successful on a team, but over time their production drops. And the Warriors are at a time to think about changes to the squad. Rumors: Draymond Green will be traded to the Dallas Mavericks. The Golden State Warriors could begin their rebuild with this deal. With over half of the 2024-25 NBA regular season having already been played, the Golden State Warriors continue to put themselves in serious threat of missing the NBA playoffs. That could eventually result in a massive shakeup. Holding a record of 22-23, the Warriors possess the 11th seed in the Western Conference, one game back of the Sacramento Kings for the final spot in the play-in tournament. While there is still an opportunity for them to qualify for the postseason through that route, there is also no guarantee they do, considering how weak they have looked through significant parts of this year. Moving on from a legendary generation is never easy. Wiping the slate completely clean and admitting the necessity to build towards the future is always more difficult, considering the type of success the Warriors have had. However, if they do pull that shocking maneuver out before this year's NBA trade deadline on February 6, there should be plenty of suitors for some of their key pieces. Draymond Green should be in high demand, due to his versatility and defensive impact. Kevin O'Connor suggested the Dallas Mavericks as a potential destination for Green's services. The proposed mock trade went as follows. Mavericks receive Draymond Green. Warriors receive Daniel Gafford, Maxi Kleber, 2 first-round picks, 2025 and 2031, and 2 second-round picks, unspecified. Green would be a tremendous fit for the Mavericks. The 4-time champion should strengthen their 11th-ranked defensive unit while helping provide extra offensive creation and lineup versatility overall. The Warriors need to trade or bench this player immediately. Buddy Hield lit the league on fire at the beginning of this season. He started the year as an offensive force, giving the Warriors the shooting and spacing they needed to start the season 12-3. Since then, Hield's stats have slowly declined, and so have the Warriors. Unfortunately, head coach Steve Kerr has decided to continue to play Hield significant minutes, hurting the Warriors on both offense and defense. If Kerr and the Warriors coaching staff don't bench him, a Buddy Hield trade may be the best option moving forward. The Warriors need to trade or bench this player immediately. Buddy Hield's stats are declining. At this point, Hield's stats are about the same as they were last year. Hield is averaging 12 points and 3.3 rebounds on 41.3% shooting from the field and 37% from 3. Hield is averaging 23.4 minutes per game. However, the season averages are not where the problems lie. The problem is that Hield started the season off so hot that the Warriors continue to have faith in him, regardless of his terrible play. Hield went from averaging 21.2 points in October, shooting 50% from 3 although just 5 games, to 13.2 points in November, 41.4% from 3, and finally 8.5 points in December, 30.5% from 3. While he's shown slight improvement in January, averaging 10.7 points, 31.6% from 3, that's still a far cry from the start of the season. This rapid decline has directly correlated with the Warriors' decline, which is why the Warriors need to seriously consider putting him on the bench. Since Hield can't seem to shoot the 3-ball with great accuracy anymore, he is essentially worthless to the Warriors' offense. He still provides some spacing because of his reputation, but how long will that last? Even offensively, outside of his 3-point shooting, he doesn't provide much on that end of the floor. He is only averaging 1.5 assists per game, his lowest mark since his rookie season in New Orleans. So what is the benefit of benching Hield? First of all, almost everyone on the Warriors roster is an upgrade from Hield defensively. Moses Moody, Brandon Podziemski, and even Lindy Waters III are reasonable replacements for Hield. Moody and Podziemski could use as many minutes as they can handle to develop, and they also bring playmaking and rebounding that Hield lacks. Waters has the ball as well as Hield of late and is averaging almost as many assists and rebounds while playing 6 less minutes. Waters could likely exceed Buddy Hield's stats if given the opportunity. Is there a Buddy Hield trade out there? It is unlikely that a team would be interested in trading for Hield straight up. Although his contract is very reasonable, there aren't a lot of teams looking for three-point shooters who aren't shooting well or don't play solid defense. So if the Warriors are going to find a way to get rid of Hield, it may be part of a bigger trade. Is it worth attaching a pick just to get rid of him? Probably not. That being said, if a larger deal is in the works, the Warriors would be foolish not to try to get Hield into the deal as part of the salary filler. If Hield's stats don't improve significantly soon, the Warriors need to do something. Warriors dealt major injury blow well before All-Star break. The Golden State Warriors received bad news regarding one of their most important players. The Athletic's Anthony Slater reported that Warriors star forward Jonathan Kuminga's timetable to return from his ankle injury has been elongated to potentially after the All-Star break, Hat Tip Bleacher reports Zach Bahar. The Democratic Republic of the Congo native went down with a sprained ankle in pregame warm-ups before the Warriors' matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies on January 4. He played in that game, but has been out since their following contest on January 5 against the Sacramento Kings. Kuminga was initially expected to return 3 weeks after he first was sidelined. That time frame has already elapsed, and another 3+ weeks have now been added to that. This is about as inopportune a time for the Warriors to be without their third leading scorer. The 22-year-old has put up career highs of 16.8 points and 5 rebounds per game for Golden State this season. His aggression in driving to the rack and actively looking for his own shot will be missed on a Warriors team that is trying to overcome a tremendous midseason slump. In his stead, Gue Santos, Moses Moody, and Kyle Anderson figure to absorb much of his time. The sticking point in Bulls-Warriors Nikola Vucevic trade talks. The Bulls are looking for something in particular as they potentially look to trade. The NBA trade deadline is less than 2 weeks away, and the Chicago Bulls are a team to watch as we approach the February 6 cutoff. The Bulls are in 10th place in the Eastern Conference as they are having another lackluster season, and maybe this will finally be the year that the team gets active at the trade deadline. If they do, one player that could depart is Nikola Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic has been at the center of trade rumors this season, and one team that seems to be interested is the Golden State Warriors. One issue seems to be the asking price that the Bulls are looking for, and the fact that they want a first-round pick could be stopping the Warriors from making a trade. The Bulls continue to seek a first-round pick in exchange for former All-Star center Nikola Vucevic, league sources say, a report from Mark Stein said. The Warriors have been at the front of the line in terms of potential Vucevic suitors for weeks but, mired in a 10-20 funk that had them stuck at a lowly number 11 in the West entering Monday's play, have to date been unwilling to surrender more than second-round draft capital. Right now, there is still time for negotiations to be made as there is over a week until the deadline, but time is running out. The Bulls are going to try to get as much as they can for any trade at this point, but as we get closer to the deadline, we might see them start to take a step back and agree to something less than they were originally hoping for. It sounds like the Bulls are likely going to make some trades before the deadline, but we thought the same thing last year and nothing happened. There are a lot of potential Bulls that could be involved, and Nikola Vucevic seems to be one of the main possibilities.